We should have plenty of DNA points to afford it anyway. And with the blue plane still going out, yeah. At the point we're just filtering everyone into that. But, yep, shouldn't be too long from now. I don't know who's still infected, or not infected yet, but... There goes another blue plane. But yeah, the blue planes are going out like crazy at this point. But I don't think there's really that many more people left. As far as I can tell. Like I said, the moment I can see that we're pretty much in the clear, we're good. Oh, so... Who's still, like... Iceland, okay. Well, that's not gonna last. SSF is controlling you. Confirmed. SSF has the ability to control humans. Scientists urge governments to investigate further. Well, they're getting kind of late about that, aren't they? And now there are no healthy people left in the world. Which means now we can start doing our dirty work. Have to wait for those DNA points to come in first, but let's go. So, how many points are these going to cost? 27, 26, and 27. So 27 is 54. And 54 plus 26 is 80. So this should basically cost us all of our points right there. Look at that lethality. Okay, yeah, let's just watch the death just happen. This game is gonna get... things are gonna get pretty nasty in a hurry now. Look at that. They're dying by hundreds of millions now. Peru bands laughing? Are you serious? Look at that. That is insane, that death rate. I've never seen it that high before. Unbelievable. And look at the DNA points just skyrocketing because of it. Well, not that it matters now, but let's see what I can get here. May as well get those. Because I've already seen everything on that side, so I'm going to show off the transmissions here. Like, this is the source of this is pretty much the only place I don't think we've actually like fully seen. I mean, I guess I can get this as well just to show that, you know, basically what we already knew. So eggs 1, get that. Now you see the animals unlock. If you haven't guessed this game, if there's the main sources might be buried within the little trees and tiers that they have here. So if you're unsure where something might be, just, you know, at first, like if this is your first run, just start unlocking a few things and you'll see, oh, so that's what it is. So genetic swap. By the way, this is where you get the mutations from. And this in corpse feeder. Worms drawn to corpses, increasing infectivity when corpse is present. We're gonna have a fun time with that, huh? Feeding frenzy in corpses, significantly increasing infectivity when corpse is present. Mutative regeneration 1. Yep, replication errors when regenerating an increased chance of mutation. A degradation in the nuclear membrane makes the worms highly prone to mutation. Worm eggs attach themselves to the fur of rats. They attach themselves to insects, and then the worms become a food source for birds. But many survive in the digestive tract, allowing increased transmission. So I figured I'd show these off just to say, yeah, if you're wondering where everything is, that it's right there. But look at this. This game is done, guys. I don't even think that took but 20 minutes. Go figure. But yeah, look at that. Like how quickly everyone's just going down. Carapace becomes lighter, increasing infectivity, especially in arid conditions and plains. Yeah. apparently the airplanes weren't infected, so that might be part of the reason why we had a struggle there. But it's not like it matters now because they're done for. Like, and of course the DNA points are going to drop down significantly because everyone's dead and there's not going to be any more planes. But doesn't look like they had much of a ability anyway. Look at that, 82 years. SSF to eradicate humans has destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans lie dying in holes with no chance of survival. Yep. The game can get pretty dark. But I mean, hey. There you go. That's another win. The Caribbean's good. The last message we see was the Caribbean's government collapsing. Sheesh. That took around, I think, 30 minutes actually. So I'd say that was about 30 minutes for each, I think. That took even longer than last time actually. But I think that was mostly because it was an instantaneous thing with the enslaving, Excuse me, unlike the enslaving, the world getting just extinct, wiped out. You have to actually let that happen compared to, like I said, the enslaving. So, but yeah, there you go. But it gets pretty damn crazy, doesn't it? It gets pretty damn crazy. And like I said, it's my third favorite. Plague in the game. The second one will be my second favorite will be pretty much for last. It's the last one in line. And then the first one, well, my number one favorite plague in the game, in this game, is coming up in like a few more plagues. So we're getting close to what is my favorite. And that one, I may hang around for a few times because it's just that fun. But we'll see. It depends largely on how it will go. But there's so much to that it's just, yeah. And I love how the entire world just goes. It's just like it's like turning off a switch, Here's where you can find out how quickly everything happened. Like, look at this. Look at how the death rate just skyrocketed once I enabled those symptoms. That is insane. And it was getting worse and worse too. If you haven't guessed, the death rate increases drastically too, as it goes. Not just the infection rate, but the death rate as well. Because you have to let things take hold first before they do their thing. And here's where you can see the infectivity, severity, and lethality, where it really begins to, like, right around here, right around this day, is where it just, that's where I did the lethality rate, and look at how it just jumped up. Like, it almost went straight up into the air. And then you look at the severity, and look how it would flatten out, and then maybe bottom out a little bit. Then jump up like this. It just ramped up with every symptom I added in. And then of course you see the infectivity, and it actually stayed. The main thing you want to do is have the infectivity be above the severity. So that way you allow your infectivity to stay ahead of everything. Especially the lethality. You want the lethality and the infectivity, the infectivity needs to stay ahead of everything else, especially when you're trying to infect everyone at first. But then you can let the severity take, the lethality catch up and take hold once everyone has been infected, because by then the infectivity is kind of useless. I mean, what are you going to infect? So, but yeah, that is pretty much the Neurax worm. But next time on Plague Inc. Evolved, because I don't know how long this session even went. It went for a good while, I know that much. But the next time comes the Parasite. And the Parasite is very drastically different from the Neurax worm, but we're kind of back to normality again for a couple plagues. And then a couple plagues from now is going to be, oh boy, I can't, yeah, we'll get to that. But the Parasite is next up. But this one is, again, a different one. And as far as I can recall, it's one that doesn't exactly have an easy time evolving, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But for now, I will see you guys next time for the next edition of Plague Inc. Evolved, but for now, this is SSF signing out. Sayonara, guys.